And it was weird, like we're talking like Sky. She's like, well, if you come out of a black vagina, then you're more black, right? It's like this whole.
Welcome to the Rap Dad Show, the only show where we pull up on artists wherever they may be, have them hop in the Sprinter, and talk all things fatherhood. I'm your host, Esteban Serrano. I'm a TV producer, director, author, and father of 3. Today we're outside Hot 97 to catch up with DJ Drewski. I want to know how Drewski keeps his finger on the pulse of the city, nurtures his daughter who's a star in the making, all while balancing life as a very public figure. Let's talk about it. Drewski. DJ Drewski. Sorry.
Daddy Drewski.
Daddy. Rap Daddy Drewski.
Rap Dad Drewski.
Welcome to Rap Dads, bro.
Thank you for having me.
Man, where were you in your life when you became a father?
I feel like I was at I don't want to say great, but a good space. Like financially, just everything in life was kind of where I wanted it to be. Like, I'm already living my dreams. My dreams are coming true. Financially, I'm stable. So it was like, oh, if it's going to happen, this is the time for it to happen. Right. And I'm still growing. So I knew, like, as a dad now, whoever my child was, like, okay, they could grow now with me at, to the next level. But I was at a level where I felt comfortable and secure. And I was like, okay, cool. I'm ready for this. Nice. I think that's what made it even more exciting is like, I was ready, like, yo, bring it on. Like, right. I've done so much cool stuff in my career and for myself. This is a new chapter, and I want this challenge. So it was really cool. Yeah.
Were you married yet or not yet?
Oh yeah, we were married and ready to go and enjoying every step of the pregnancy and figuring out, okay, where we're gonna, like, I was involved the whole time. Like, she wanted to do an at-home birth. I'm like, I'm scared. I'm a little scared. So we decided on birthing center. Okay. So like things like that, just being involved with the whole process was new to me and exciting to me. And it was like, all right, this is going to be fun.
Yo, shout out to the wild moms that want to give birth at the crib.
I couldn't do it.
And I love that I would be terrified. Terrified, bro.
Now, maybe the second one, I'm like more open to it.
Okay.
I'm like, okay, cool. It wasn't and she did it natural and all. So it was like, all right, maybe the second one we could go for it.
She did it natural.
All natural. Yeah, nothing there.
She's a beast, bro.
And then 4 hours later, we're back home. So she gave birth at a birthing center, and then we left literally 3-4 hours later.
My God.
yeah. Gangster.
Listen up. It's time for a Rap Dad tip. Let them be great. Your child is not a second chance at a life that you missed out on. These are my children when I had control of them.
Today we celebrating Martin Luther King, a man who gave his life for human rights, a man who helped change everything.
And these are my sons once they found their passion.
She moves with purpose, and they find ways to jack themselves off. She's not caring, she doesn't care, she moves.
I had a whole vision for what I thought my sons would be. But I also allowed them room so that they can find their own way. Now, I'm a little salty that their way is far from the vision that I had in my mind. But at the end of the day, when I see them enjoying themselves, thriving, living their best life, it makes it all worthwhile. So let them be great. So what do you think was the biggest change that you saw in yourself once your daughter was here?
For me, I feel like I was very selfish prior to that. It was just about me. Even in my marriage and my relationship, it was still about me.
Right.
Just our lifestyle. I was like, yo, it's me. I got to be on point. I got to figure this for me. Then when I seen her, it was like complete 180. Right. I was like, oh, it's for her now.
Right.
Everything I do, everybody around me, like you start kind of like, if you're not bringing that to the table, if you're not you got to start cutting people off, and you just the energy changes, my mindset changed, and I don't know if it was because I had a girl, it made it even more like, I got to make sure she's safe, she's good, like, but yeah, my whole mindset changed. Like, it was always I'm outside, I'm DJ Drewski, we live, we turning up. The whole shit changed. Like,
word. Yeah. But talk about that, because your part of your job, a big part of your job, is being on the scene. Like,
right.
You know, especially you, someone who's breaking new artists, working with new artists, really like early on in their career, cultivating them and getting them ready. Like, that don't happen in the crib. So how are you balancing, you know, spending time and being a dad with like actually being outside?
Being like a DJ, you know, and of course we do a lot more, but it is flexible, right? So my schedule starts at 10 o'clock at night, you know, when I'm going out to shows or concerts or clubs, but it's like having a significant other that understands the lifestyle that, you know, I told her like, yo, you can stay at home at this point. I want you to, you know, hold her down while I am doing my thing. But I try to even set up my new studio, my office close to home so that it's convenient for all of it. Yo, she wants to see me, bring her to the office. You know, while I'm in the studio, she could be there too. So it was just creating that environment around me and the support system around me to really be able to still do what I do.
Right.
Because I want to enjoy it too. Like, I don't want to start, you know, doing it just to do it. Like, I still enjoy breaking new artists, being outside and doing it, right? So I think that's important. And you know, to be able to still enjoy it, have someone that can hold down the house while I'm doing it, and including bringing her to the concert, bringing her to the studio, like little things where it could work. It's like, all right, I'm going to make it work.
Word. So your wife is black, Jamaican.
Jamaican and German.
Jamaican and German.
Right.
What were the early conversations you both were having about bringing a biracial kid into the world?
Yeah, so like even for us going into it, we experienced some crazy stuff doing like Love and Hip Hop, right? You do a show like that and it's like a white guy dating a black girl.
Right.
Just the hate that comes with that. Like, I couldn't even imagine going through it again. Like, it was crazy, right? We're getting like letters. So as the DJ, they're sending letters to like all these venues that I DJ at. So Webster Hall and SOBs and emails and letters saying, don't book DJ Drewski. He loves black women. And it's like, yo, what? Like, who has time for crazy shit? Like, even her, like, working with different brands, they would send her, like, her brand's letters, like, yo, Drewski's family's part of the KKK, like, pictures of, like, Klansmen, like, insane. But, you know, we're built for this. Like, we come from the streets. So it's like, that little internet stuff is not, but she was crying and upset. And it was like, damn, like, I could only imagine what people go through. It was like weird, like so weird to me. But, you know, having a mixed child, I was like, it's a different world we live in now. And as long as we're secure with what we do,
right,
I'm cool. Like, I don't even pay attention to any of it. But it's for me, for Solar to have a white grandma and a black grandma, I think is special, right? Like,
it's amazing.
Yeah, like it's two different cultures. Yeah, like it's crazy. Grandmother's black, right? And my mom is white. So it's like two different. And even for like Sky's mom, little jokes like when she takes Solar out, it's like they probably think I'm the nanny or, you know,
right,
which is true.
Oh yeah.
But it's like just going through those experiences, I think will make her a stronger woman later on in life.
Oh, for sure. But it's important too that and I love the way that you framed it by saying that you know, her experience of having a white grandmother and a black grandmother is special. And as long as you are like instilling that and reminding her of that, because from what I've noticed a lot about some of my friends and coworkers that I know very well that are biracial,
right?
Sometimes they have a journey of identity crisis,
right?
So they're like, you know, I wasn't black enough for this side, I wasn't white enough for this side, so like, where do I fit? But when you present it like, look how special you are, like, you know what I mean? I feel like that's going to help her when and if she starts to like question and wonder. But like you said, the area you live in, where we are, it's such a melting pot. It's really a diverse space. I don't know if that will necessarily be her experience, but I've definitely noticed that.
And it was weird, like we're talking like Sky, she's like, well, if you come out of a black vagina, then you're more black, right? It's like this whole, because her dad's German and her mom is Jamaican, so it's like she went through that whole identity crisis. She went through it. So I'm like, okay, you went through it. let's make sure Solar's not going through it. So it's like, at least we have those. Yeah.
This interview ain't over yet, but I wanted to let you know that this is just a piece of a longer conversation you can check out on the Rap Dad Show podcast on all platforms. I don't want you to miss gems like this. All right, so your first memory of fatherhood.
Her coming out.
You saw it?
I was there. I was helping.
Did you look?
I was looking. I was recording. I have
recorded?
Yes, I might have. I could show you.
No, thank you.
Come on, Noodles. There you go, noodle face ass. Oh, sorry.
Oh, wait. So, speaking of love and hip hop, have you put much thought to when your daughter is a Googleable age where she can start to look at mommy and daddy? And
yeah. So, but even before even thinking about having kids, just going on the show, that was already a thought. Like, not just kids, just, my future, like just me, when you Google me, it's like, so I've made sure, like, when I do the show, we're going to have fun. It's TV. Let's give them what they want, but let's not overdo it. And I feel like even watching it back before Solar and still seeing clips today that circulate, it's like, all right, cool. I didn't go extreme. Like,
yeah, no, absolutely.
I didn't look super goofy or super. So for me, I felt like, okay, I did the right thing, right? I portrayed the right image.
Right.
Now, with her, it's like, go ahead, watch it. Like, you know who your dad is, right? Like,
that's a good point.
We could watch it together and laugh at certain moments and certain points. Even for Sky, too, it was important. Like, let's not go too crazy, because you're a producer, sometimes, especially shows like that, they want you to jump out the window, right?
Yes.
Like, give us everything.
Yes.
And it was like, nah, it's in our control.
Good.
I have experience. I've done it. We've seen it. We see other characters and cast members, and how left. So it was like, all right, we're going to control as much as we can.
Right.
Because of our future. And this is not our end all be all. Like, after this, there's a lot more opportunities that we, so even going into it, I made sure, like, certain points were like, all right, cool. I'm not going to look too crazy. Mm-hmm. And if I do have a child one day, like, so now, after the fact, go ahead, watch it. When you're 12 years old, 13, we can laugh together. Because I feel like I did the right thing.
Word. Aside from, obviously, schedule, what are some of the challenges that you've experienced being a dad, being a DJ, being in entertainment that we may not even be aware of, from the outside looking in?
For me, and it might, it's not for everyone, but being in the public, still being on radio and hosting TV stuff and social media, people feel like they know more, or like they're, you get what I'm saying? Like, a little, too much exposure sometimes, right? Like, posting her on social media sometimes, and I second guess myself, and like, damn, should I do this? Because people, there's crazy people out there, and they feel like they know who DJ Drewski is, and they're part of the family, and it's like, just sometimes when we're out, people are like, oh, Solar. I'm like, how do, like, it's there's little things like that I still haven't been able to get comfortable with, because I know, like, that's my safe place. When I go home to Solar, that's a different world. That's Andrew now. That's not DJ Drew. That's dad now. So I like to keep it as dad. Mm-hmm. But when people feel like they know, or they're a part of it, or they see it, it gets a little, uncomfortable for me.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that, like how people like know your kid. They know,
right.
Like they know. You know what I mean? Even though they don't know
they
you.
Don't know. Yeah, they feel like they know, right? From what they see, and then us posting on our social media, like her, performing and singing all the songs, and now they feel like it's so crazy. Like, people write to me or sending gifts for her, like strangers. Like, at the studio, I get like packages, and it's like kids' toys. So clearly, it's not for me. They're sending it, and it'll be like, "Hey, this is for Solar. We love watching her videos," and it's like, I don't know. I still haven't adjusted to that part.
Wow.
Yeah. So, and I get it. Like, I've seen big, huge celebrities go through it, or but it's just, for me, it's taking a little more time to get comfortable.
Yeah. Rap Dads, thanks for watching. I know you got some gems from this episode. If so, hit that like button and share your favorite takeaways in the comments. This is just a taste of a much longer conversation you can find on your favorite podcast platforms. Tap in with us on social media. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. For fly merch and updates, check out rapdads.com and join the mailing list so you're always up to date. And remember our mantra, what's best for my child wins. God bless you and your family. Peace.